Hello Year 2, it's Miss Buckley here and I'm teaching you your phonics recap lesson for today. So today in your lesson you are going to be identifying the different I sounds, okay? And you're going to be reading and writing with the various different I sounds. Okay, so now I have some words on your screen and we are going to try and read these words. Remember the skills that we use when we're trying to read unfamiliar words. First, we find the diagraph or the trigraph, and remember a diagraph are two letters that make one sound and a trigraph are three letters that make one sound. Next, we sound out the word. And finally, we read the word. So let's have a look at our first word. Can you find the trigraph? We're looking for three letters that make one sound. What's the trigraph? Say it at the screen. Fantastic. Our trigraph is I. Now let's sound out the word. I. Hi. Superstars, thumbs up. Let's have a look at our second word. Can you find the trigraph? Amazing, our trigraph is I. Now let's sound out our word. M-I-T. Might. Might. That's our word that we're reading. Fantastic. Now our last word, this is a multisyllabic word. This is a long word. Can you find our trigraphs? And there might be a diagraph in there as well. Superstars, we have our trigraph I, and we have our diagraph, but it's also a suffix. We have our suffix ed at the end, which makes the d sound. Now let's sound out our word. I, t, fright, end, end, frightened, frightened. Superstars, well done. Now on the screen we have some pictures and it's your job to try and write the words to these pictures. So looking at the first picture, we have the word night because the picture is of the moon and the stars at night time. So repeat after me, your word is night. Superstars. Now let's have a look at the second picture. In the second picture, we can see that we have somebody's leg, but what is the arrow pointing to? It's pointing to the thigh. So repeat after me, your word is thigh. Now in our third picture, we can see that there's a man and the arrow is pointing to his belt, and his belt is very tight. So repeat after me, your word is tight. So let's just recap. Your first word is night. Your second word is thigh. And your third word is tight. Please remember to use your spelling fingers, pinch your sounds, pause the videos here, and we will come back and go through the spellings of the word. Okay, now it's time to see if you were correct. So your first word was night. How many sounds are there in night? Superstars, there are 3 sounds in night. So hold up your 3 fingers. I'm going to say the word night. You say it, night. And now let's pinch our sounds. N-I-T, night. Let's see if you're correct. Fantastic, well done. Give yourself a big tick next to your word if you wrote it correctly. Now our second word, we had the word thigh. How many sounds are in the word thigh? Superstars, there are 2 sounds. Put up your 2 fingers. Let's say the word thigh, and now let's pinch our sounds. I, thigh. Let's see if we're correct. Absolutely, give yourself a tick if you got that right. And now your third word was tight. How many sounds are there in tight? Superstars, there are 3 sounds in tight, so put up your 3 fingers. Let's say our word, tight. And now let's pinch our sounds. T, I, t, tight. Let's see if you're correct. Fantastic. Well done. Give yourself a tick. Now, let's have a look at these words. We are still looking at the I sound. Now, let's have a look at our first word. Can you spot the diagraph that makes the I sound? Fantastic. There's our diagraph. Now, let's sound out our word. I, lie. Have a look at your second sound. Can you spot the diagraph that makes the I sound? There's our diagraph. And now let's sound out our word. I-d, cried. Let's look at our third word. Can you spot the diagraph that makes the I sound? Superstar, there it is. And now let's sound out our word. Fries, fries. And now our last word. Can you spot the diagraph that makes our I sound? Fantastic, there it is. And now let's sound out our word. M-a-g-p-I, magpie. Superstars. Oh, we have some more pictures. What can you see in the first picture? It is a picture of a pie. Well done. What can you see in the second picture? It is a picture of a tie. And what can you see in the last picture? It is a picture of a group of flies. So your words that you are going to write, your first word is pie, your second word is tie, and your last word, your third word, is flies. Again, remember to use your spelling fingers and pause the video here to write those words. Well done, guys. Now let's go through our spellings. Right, our first word was pie. This is super easy. How many sounds can you hear in pie? There are 2 sounds. Let's put up your 2 fingers. Let's say our word, pie. And now let's pinch our sounds. P-I, pie. Amazing, you are all such superstars. Our second word, we had a picture of a tie. How many sounds are in tie? Fantastic, 2 sounds. So put up your 2 spelling fingers. Let's say our word, tie. And now let's pinch our sounds. T-I, tie. Incredible. Now our last word, we have a picture of a group of flies. How many sounds are in the word flies? Amazing, there are 4 sounds. So put up your 4 fingers. Let's say our word, flies. And now let's pinch our sounds. F-U-I-S, flies. Superstars, you are all such amazing children. Give yourself a tick if you got those correct. Okay, now we are looking at another way that we say the I sound. Who thinks they can tell me what I sound we have in these words? Superstars, if you said that you can see our split diagraph I, and our split diagraph is when we have 2 letters that make one sound but another sound always sits in between them. So let's have a look at our first word. Can you spot our split diagraph? There it is. We have our I and our E, and our N, the letter N, sits in between them. Let's sound it out. N, I, N. 9, as in the number 9. Have a look at our second word. Can you spot our split diagraph? Fantastic. There it is. And now let's sound out our word. P-R-I-Z. Prize. Fantastic. Now let's look at our third word. Can you spot our split diagraph I? There it is, I. Now let's use our sounds. B, R, I, D. Bride. Incredible. And now our last word. Can you spot the split diagraph I? There it is. Now let's use our sounds. I, N, S, I, D. Inside. Fantastic here too. Okay, now let's look at our pictures. Our first picture, we have a picture of a kite. Our second picture, we have the picture of the number 9. And our last picture, we have this long bone that's at the back of our body that holds our body up. Do you know what that's called? If you said that it's called the spine, you are in fact correct. So your words are kite, 9, and spine. Pause the video here to write those words. Right, now let's go through our spellings. So, kite. How many sounds are there in the word kite? Superstars, there are 3 sounds, so put up your 3 fingers. Let's say our word, kite. And now let's pinch our sounds. K, I, T, kite. Fantastic, and we have our split diagraph I there. Our second word, 9. How many sounds are in the word 9? Amazing, we have 3 sounds. Put up your 3 fingers. Let's say our word, 9. And now let's pinch our sounds. N, I, N. 9. There we go. And our last word, we have the word spine. How many sounds do we have in the word spine? 4 sounds. So put up your 4 fingers. Let's say our word spine. And let's pinch our sounds. S, P, I, N. Spine. Superstars. Give yourselves a tick if you got those correct. Now I have some sentences on your screen and I would like you to pause the video and I would like you to use your sounds to read these sentences. Okay, your first sentence says, Mum made a meat pie. Your second sentence says, Dad put on a red tie. Your third sentence says, Biff put on a light. And your fourth sentence says, Floppy had a fright. And the different I words that we have in these sentences are pie, tie, light, and fright. Let's read some more sentences. Now I have even more sentences. I would like you to again pause the video here, have a look through the sentences and try and read them and see if you can spot the different I sounds. Superstars, now let's go through those sentences. Your first sentence says, the sun is bright today. Your second sentence says, Anne went for a ride on her bike. Your third sentence says, Ruth is 9 today. And your fourth sentence says, the bees went in a hive. And the different I words we have are bright, bike, 9, and hive. And that is the end of your phonics. So now I have different videos that you can watch to help you further develop your understanding of the I sounds. Go onto our remote learning timetable, click on those links and watch those videos. Well done for working really hard today. Superstars, give yourself a really, really big clap.